What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Monday, May 18th. Now in today's video, I have some shocking and mind-blowing data that I need to share with you, and that is all in regards to Binance secretly behind closed doors accumulating dog. Now how can we prove this? Well, not only have I used an AI tool such as Claude to validate this, but also we just saw two new wallets appear out of nowhere over the past 24 hours, accumulate dog, and that's why you can see that dog right now is down 3.19% in the past 24 hours. This was coordinated. I'm going to share with you why it was coordinated, because we're starting to see long-term holders grow and short-term holders decrease at new all-time lows. On-chain, retail, and whales are not selling. In fact, what you're seeing with the price of dog is absolutely artificial. As I mentioned before, the price of dog on CoinMarketCap is determined by the liquidity flow that's happening between exchanges. Gate, Bitget, MEXC, even Kraken. And guess who's behind that? Well, guess what? I'm going to share with you in this video. So hold on to your seats, sit down, watch this throughout its entirety. Let's get right into it. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. Please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. Now, how do we begin this video? Well, let's go ahead and scroll down to where the trading volume is occurring. So right now, where are you seeing trading volume? It's happening more on Kraken, Gate, and also Bitget. Remember last Friday and a couple days before that, a lot of this trading volume was very, very low. We saw 60,000, 40,000. It wasn't really that much. It was all on purpose for a reason. Now, before we get into all the juicy details, I want to remind everybody that tomorrow I'm going to be announcing the winner of the Dog Bitcoin Silver Medallion. Now, it's not too late. If you want to win the 699 valued silver coin, all you have to do is follow the C2 blockchain, make sure to follow me on X, and also make sure to join my subscription, only for $1. And I'm only going to be choosing one winner from my subscription list. So make sure to do that by today. I'll announce the winner tomorrow. And if you can, make sure to give this video super thanks. All you have to do is just scroll over to this icon over here, 3 dots, hit thanks, and you can donate as much as you want. $2, whatever, $3, $20, up to you. Now, let's talk about what's going on with Bitcoin, because that's what's going to affect the entire crypto market. Now, Bitcoin's at 76,000 US dollars. It's down 6% over the past 7 days, almost close to 2% in the past 24 hours. Altcoins and meme coins will be affected by this. But the thing is, we have to keep in mind what's happening. Well, today, an announcement that Kevin Warsh is going to be sworn in as Fed chair on Friday, replacing Jerome Powell, as his last days was last week. Now, why is the market capitulating right before Kevin Warsh gets into his seat? Makes you really think about what possibly could happen. What's the manipulation that's going on? But don't forget, the Senate is also going to hold a vote on the Clarity Act within the next 30 days. So when you have Kevin Warsh being the new Fed chair, who apparently is looking towards rate cuts based on what Trump has said, and also the Clarity Act going into a vote in the next 30 days, the market taking a capitulation event right now means that it's not only orchestrated, but maybe they're just scared that once the Clarity Act does pass, that many of these market makers, exchanges can't do the manipulation that they're doing right now. And once this act does pass, then they have to stop all that, or else they're going to experience a lot of scrutiny. So I think this is why we're actually seeing a lot of manipulation right before that event. So that's just my personal opinion. So that's why we saw Bitcoin lose roughly $33 billion. We actually saw over $600 worth of longs liquidated yesterday because people were feeling very bullish. Now, I also want to cover that Binance research. By the way, I don't trust Binance, by the way, but they did make a report saying that the sell pressure is exhausted. So they're basically saying that the bottom is in. Now, I don't know if they're true or not, but this is just based on their research right now. Now, let's look over to the meme coin sector. Everything's down. All the meme coins are down significantly, especially if you look over the past 7 days. Some things are down even more. You can see that right now, Pudgy Penguins is down 20%. SPX 6900 down 25%. I mean, everything's down in the double digits over the past 7 days. Nothing is out of order. Now let's go over to where Dog Bitcoin is, because it's no exemption. It also lost around 26% over the past 7 days. But I want to cover this because Dog saw a dip before any other meme coin did, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. But before we do, let's talk about the Runes transactions on the Bitcoin network. Because yesterday, actually no, 2 days ago on May 16th, because today is May 18th, we saw the largest Runes transaction volume that we haven't seen since May 13th of 2024. Now, a lot of this can be due to the minting of uncommon goods, which is a token, which is the first Rune token that was created by Casey Rodamore, who is the creator of Runes. But also, I definitely think that this could be due to the amount of buy volume and trading volume within Dog. So last Friday, I said that I was going to release a report regarding my findings of the Binance Ordinal hot wallet network. So this is basically all the different wallets that have been accumulating DOG that are connected to the Binance Ordinal hot wallet, right? So as you can see, all these wallets right here that I've covered so far are equal to around 7.38% of the total supply of DOG. So that means that's roughly 7.38 billion DOG tokens out of the 100 billion DOG tokens. Now, this is a mix of market makers, intermediary financial bridges, whale wallets, and also the Binance Ordinal hot wallet themselves. So that equates to roughly around 6.5 or even just $6 million, give or take, depending on the price of DOG right now. But I even inserted this specific information because as much as you like to take my word for it, I also wanted to use some tools. Now, I don't know if you heard about Claude. Now, not too long ago, Claude was able to basically get the keys to a person's wallet, unlocking roughly, I think, 4 to 5 Bitcoin. So I decided to use Claude to use all the different wallets that I've discovered that are linked to Binance and also share with them the OK link, which is basically the runes market that was created by the OKX team, and decide how these transfers and also inflows and outflows were going. So what it determined basically is that when it calculated everything, that Binance was behind all of these wallets, all of them. And so what it was saying basically in this report is everything that they're doing is a pre-listing accumulation phase. Because here's the thing, because DOG was a free and fair airdrop and Leonidas and just like the whole model behind DOG is not to pay market makers, well, Binance decided to create their own market makers, right? That's the wallets I've been showing you over and over. This is not a coincidence. This is all happening on chain. This is the proof right here. If you want to pause, feel free to pause your screen right now. Look at this report. It's very detailed and it just shows you how there's this network of wallets that have been accumulating DOG for quite some time, even since the launch of runes. This is crazy. So let's talk about what happened yesterday. So we were roughly around $78 million market cap. Then all of a sudden we saw this major capitulation event to around $71 million. So this was a total of 174 million DOG tokens sold like instantly, because this is on the hourly time frame. This doesn't just happen out of nowhere. Someone behind the scenes, because they know that when you trade DOG on exchanges, it's off chain, meaning people can't see who's selling. That's the problem with the exchanges. You don't see what's actually going on. But 174 million DOG tokens was sold in the exact same moment. This is the crazy thing, okay? Now, what I noticed is that when this occurred, I paid attention to the wallets on DOG data. And what is that? Well, look at the amount of long-term holders. Right now it says 80%. Short-term holders says 20%. Now, when I looked at this specific screenshot that I took during this dip at 9:58 a.m., I then came back to DOG data at 1:17 p.m. And what did I notice? Wallet number 24 increased to wallet number 21, number 71 to 67, 74 to 72, 48 to 41, and guess what? All those different wallets that accumulated are Binance linked wallets. So they saw that dip and accumulated more DOG. And this is why I think it's very suspicious, okay? So what do you notice on your screen right now? Now remember on April 13th, I exposed the first time the Binance Ghost wallet. And guess what happened right after? We saw a massive dip, a capitulation event that came out of nowhere. We went from roughly 66 million market cap, dropped as low as 55 million market cap. Now, May 16th, which was just a couple days ago, I exposed the Binance Wallet Network and it was confirmed by Claude. Guess what happened right after? Another capitulation event. This is no coincidence. I mean, look at the right side of the screen. Notice that DOG capitulated heavily compared to Pengu, SPX, Bonk, Sheep, Floki, Dogecoin, DOG Whiff Hat. This is not a coincidence, ladies and gentlemen. This was on purpose. This was coordinated. They want you to sell your bag so that they can buy back in. Now, look at your screen at this very moment. This was a screenshot as of this morning on May 18th. What have you noticed? The long-term holders actually increased to 80.02% rather than just 80. Short-term holders fell down to 19.98%. So that's roughly around 0.02% that has been reload allocated to the long-term holders. But notice something. Where are the inflows coming from? All these inflows that you see on the left-hand side of your screen, those are all Binance linked wallets. Yes, every single one of these are all Binance linked wallets. I validated it and I made sure. Look on the right side of your screen. Is number 12 KQ44 or number 22 QZG0? Are these Binance linked wallets? They're not. So this is the thing that you need to pay attention to, right? What they're doing, and when you see inflows like this, is because they bought more dog off of exchanges off chain and then withdrew them on chain back to these wallets. That means that's why you're seeing this accumulation phase happen. Now, get ready for more shocking news. Now, what's really important I want you to pay attention to is the top 10 holders, okay? The top 10 holders hold the most tokens of dog. Now, on this screen, it says roughly 18.89%. Now, get ready for what you're going to see on the next screen, because this was actually taken not too long ago. Now, guess what the top 10 holders now have? They own 19.04%, ladies and gentlemen, from 18.89 to 19.04. That means they accumulated more dog. The top 10 holders are a mix of exchanges, but also Binance linked wallets. Now check out number 10 and number 9. Guess what? They accumulated more dog, and they also are tied into the Binance Ordinal hot wallet, ladies and gentlemen. This is what I've been trying to tell you over and over. What you're seeing in the dog price is artificial. That's not actually what's going on. Retail is not selling. This is all due to Binance manipulating the dog price on exchanges by using these market makers, funneling these dog tokens into the exchanges, make sure to manipulate the price, then to buy back in, withdraw back on chain to their wallets. That's why you're seeing the top 10 grow substantially. Now, when I look into charting analysis, what have I noticed? As we mentioned, every single time that we experience and expose a Binance related wallet, a capitulation event happens right after. The capitulation happened a day after over here and another one over here. This is not by accident. This is completely engineered for a reason. Now look at the RSI. Look at this massive oversold area. This is actually kind of good news because right now it's completely resetted. Remember, we were trading sideways for a very long time, and then you see this purple line going down. That's good because that means soon we're going to reach an oversold area, and then we'll reach another rally sooner rather than later. This is all engineered, ladies and gentlemen. And as you can see right now, even though we're in the buyer's market, it looks like it's leaning towards the seller's market. We'll see what happens in the next couple days. But also, let's look into the dog price over on CoinMarketCap. Let's look under TradingView. Now, look how the dog price broke below the 50-day moving average line. Again, why did this happen out of nowhere? It's because they know exactly what's going on. They're probably watching our videos. They want you to think the dog is dead. The dog is going down. They want you to sell. They want to buy more so that later on, who knows what they're going to do? List dog for Binance Alpha, list dog for Binance itself. And what happens is that also is going to make OKX and all the other exchanges like Crypto.com, Coinbase list dog, and that becomes a domino effect. And as these other exchanges list dog, then that means Binance is going to sell dog in different portions as the more listings go, because when you introduce new buyers from all these different exchanges, that allows Binance to basically liquidate their assets of dog one at a time without even being noticed. But they're also trying to do this maybe because they see that the Clarity Act is going to be passed very soon, and they won't be able to manipulate the market as much anymore. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm very bullish on dog. I just shared with you shocking, mind-blowing data, proof that Binance has been accumulating. They are part of the top 10 wallets and a whole different neural network of wallets. Make sure to join me on X. You'll see all the different posts that I share with you on a day-to-day basis. This is not by accident, and I appreciate that you guys and girls have absolutely stayed in touch, stay supportive, and have subscribed to my channel. And as I mentioned before, if you just go ahead and support the channel by giving a super thanks on YouTube, that'd be very much appreciated. Now, I want to thank our sponsors, C2 Blockchain and Trucker Biff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates regarding Dog and Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.